This Justin Timberlake apology. This is one of the problems I have in our society. Is that us as men are now being looked upon to apologize for things that we probably should have apologized for years ago. You know why we didn't apologize? Because of social media. But what social media has done, it has caused people to walk on eggshells because they are afraid to get canceled. And because Justin Timberlake is afraid to get canceled, because they did try to cancel him. I don't know if it was before he did the Super Bowl halftime, but there was some controversy that was stirred up, I believe, a couple years back with Justin Timberlake. But now he's written this note and he's apologizing. How many of you wanted to see Justin Timberlake apologize for the Janet Jackson situation? For Brittney Spears, I don't know what he's apologizing to Brittney Spears for, but again, I believe she has this documentary out or whatnot. I believe. I might be wrong. But I guess he wants to get ahead of it and, because it may not make him look good. And he's apologizing to her too. Let's take a look at this BS. The industry is flawed. Hold on, let me go back. I've seen messages, tags, comments, and concerns, and I want to respond. I am deeply sorry for the times in my life where my actions contributed to the problem, where I spoke out of turn or did not speak up for what was right. I understand that I fell short in these moments and in many others and benefited from a system that condones misogyny and bigotry. Come on, man. Here they go with the misogyny is bad. JT, the same people that were running the industry 20 years ago are still running it, and they don't care about women. Look at how they view women. Look at what Meg Thee Stallion has to do. Look at what Cardi B has to do to get attention. They don't care about women still, right? I specifically want to apologize to Brittney Spears and Janet Jackson, both individually, because I care for and respect these women and I know I failed. I also feel compelled to respond in part because everyone involved deserves better, and most importantly because this is a larger conversation that I wholeheartedly want to be a part of and grow from. The industry is flawed. It sets men, especially Caucasian men, up for success. It's designed this way. As a man in a privileged position, I have to be vocal about this. Because of my ignorance, I didn't recognize it for all that it was while it was happening in my own life, but I do not want to ever benefit from others being pulled down again. I have not been perfect in navigating all of this throughout my career. I know this apology is the first step and doesn't absolve the past. I want to take accountability for my own missteps in all of this be part of a world that uplifts and supports. I care deeply about the well-being of the people I love and have loved. I can do better and will do better. And that was via Justin Timberlake. What are you apologizing for? Look at the comments. There's like, what is he apologizing for? Like, what are you like, listen. This is what it comes down to. Justin Timberlake, you have made a lot of money. You've been uber famous for a long time. What we are trying to understand, what do you apologize? You apologize for wanting to be successful? Are you apologizing for not wanting to be in a relationship with Brittney Spears or for comments that may have been made about her? Bro, grow a set. Now, I will say this, though. When the Janet Jackson situation happened, and he didn't say anything, I was taken aback by that. Cause I'm like, yo, you had this incident at the Super Bowl. You didn't really say anything. You just went on with your life. And it's like, well, you got to address it. You want to address it now when you're 40? And now all of a sudden you want to address this, Justin? Come on, bro. This is to me, this is masculinity in 2021. Apologizing, begging for forgiveness, saying that you're going to do better. Justin, you're like, 40 now? You could have done better already. And this is your first step of what? Of being insincere? See, this is what it comes down to. You can no longer be a man in society now. You have to beg and plead for forgiveness. For just being a Caucasian man who's successful. This is the opposite of who Halle Berry had a child with. Who was not as successful, even though he was Caucasian. Even though he's Caucasian, he ain't successful. Well, he's successful in getting the bag, I guess. But come on, bro, really? This whole I'm gonna apologize just to apologize. I don't want Twitter to cancel me. These people are literally walking on eggshells. They have created a monster with social media, man. People are so afraid that they're gonna get canceled that they're looking for any reason to score some type of woke points. And then he's saying that his skin tone is the reason why he's successful. Now, I know you pro-blacks are going to like this because he's talking about his Caucasian privilege. And we all know that you got these pro-whacks. They look for any reason to be a victim, right? Even though they vote for the same party that does nothing but do nothing for them, okay? These people look for any reason to say I'm sorry when they really don't mean it, okay? He's only saying this because he's being looked upon now, I guess, as the bad guy. And that's not what he wants. But Justin, groveling is not going to do it, man. You have a big enough fan base to where you don't have to grovel like this, but you're doing it anyway. Why? Because you want to score some woke points. You want to look like the good guy. You want to say, hey, as a Caucasian man, I understand the issues that all of you have had. You're not as privileged as me. Isn't that insulting people's intelligence? You can't make it in society unless you are talented. I don't care what none of these conspiracy theories say. You need to have some semblance of talent to get anywhere. Nowadays, maybe not so much, but Justin, when you came up in the industry, during that time, you had to have talent, brother.
You're spitting fire today.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Now nowadays, especially as these females twerking every day may get you a viral song here or there. So maybe not, talent is not needed as much as it was 10, 15, 20 years ago when you had to have talent to get your foot in the door. You couldn't just be anybody. You had to have talent. Right? But this groveling, I mean, this is sickening. But this is masculinity in 2021.